Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between, well, this is going to be between 120 and Colorful, this taking place here on Northern Isle. Colorful has spawned as the blue Night Elf player over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, 120 has spawned as the red Undead. Undead versus Night Elf in the post Crypt Lord era. We'll see if this is going to continue to, if, well, the Crypt Lord does end up becoming the main hero of choice, as well. Players were already actually going away from the Crypt Lord, if I remember, at least at the highest level of plays. A lot of players were actually going away from the Crypt Lord and going back to the Death Knight already. Whether or not the Crypt Lord needed to be nerfed, we may never know, as a lot of players had said, you know what, we just started to find ways to deal with it. And that's really what a Warcraft 3 or any real-time strategy game should be about. Finding ways to deal with strategies your opponents come up with, the toolbox you are given with your race, and occasionally tavern heroes and shops. European players went for a Crypt Lord a lot, but Asian players did not. Well, that may be true too. Came here from the ESL stream. Oh, thank you for tuning in from the ESL stream. Acolyte now making its way over here to the top right-hand side of the map to do a little bit of scouting. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we are looking for a Death Knight going up against a Demon Hunter. I think it's a playstyle. That could definitely be the case. Playstyles... Playstyle does make a very big difference there, and it's... I'll say this, it is very difficult to try and balance any real-time strategy game, especially a game that has four separate races, four separate races trying to achieve like 51-49 win rates across all what, 6 matchups, or all, what, 10 matchups is nearly impossible, except for the mirror matches, where the mirror matches will always have a 50-50 win rate. Death Knight coming back across here. Skeletal Minion going to get taken down. Death Knight does have that Rod of Necromancy charge. Should be able to use up another one here. Pop it up in just a moment. Death Knight taking a large amount of damage, as the Wisp now trying to stay around back across there. May perhaps be going after some sort of detonation. No, decides against it. I would see a new Tavern Hero, though. That's probably not in the cards. Yeah, introducing the new Tavern Heroes would be one of my thoughts, to perhaps trying to liven up the game. Even introducing if they introduce 4 new Tavern Heroes, that would be amazing. I would love to see 4 new Tavern Heroes, and what Blizzard is able to come up with. I would like to see some agility-based Tavern Hero come out from the Tavern, as well. Human players don't have any agility-based heroes. They're all strength-based or intelligence-based. Or giving the option for a movement speed or a based hero, to allow humans to move a little bit more quickly. Or if they want their army to move faster, they have the option to go for Tauren Chieftain as their second hero, moving faster, attacking faster, that sort of thing. Undead already has Unholy Aura, and then Night Elf, if you want faster moving units, well, you can naturally go Huntresses. Meanwhile, the human choices seem to be normal speed or slow moving units. That would be interesting for sure. Yeah, if they spent time in making additional Tavern Heroes, I think that would be a very big, like, whoa, that's a secret project that we appreciate, Blizzard. Thank you for making new Tavern Heroes like that. Anyways, Death Knight wandering around, going to try and get up some additional Rod of Necromancy units, and perhaps do a little bit of a push here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter using that illusion. However, Colorful is caught creeping Mana Burn onto the Death Knight, as we see an Ensnare go down onto the Archer. Archer going to go ahead and Shadow Meld. It was ensnared, but it was ensnared by the creeps, thereby only giving sight to the creeps. Death Knight being forced to use that Dust of Appearance. Crypt Fiend now making its way back off to the north here. We're looking at, well, I don't know what the army sizes are too much. 24 supply going up against 25. Army battles are about the same as the Death Knight. Gonna, well, try and retreat back here. There's an illusion. The illusion could have just woken up the creeps and then caused a bit of problems. Why isn't it not doing that? Yeah, come on, wake up the creeps there. Get some damage onto some of those other units and get some damage onto that Crypt Fiend there, as that illusion still keeping track of things here. Meanwhile, 120 going after or going for that Naga Sea Witch, going to be able to put down a lot more pressure early on. And Naga Sea Witch second, follow up most likely with a Lich third when the time gets there. Meanwhile, it looks like the Demon Hunter using another illusion. A lot of damage being absorbed here. This is away from all of the action here. Demon Hunter is still in the center portion of the map, perhaps going to try and go after and shut down 120, who is now creeping out his own natural expansion. Demon Hunter shows up. Naga Sea Witch is here. Mana burn onto that Naga Sea Witch, and both sides are now, well, exchanging blows. Naga Sea Witch could have a lot of problems. Are we going to see perhaps another mana burn? There is an Ancient of War. Some damage could be coming across. Naga Sea Witch trying to slither away. Demon Hunter in that frontline spot, as we're going to be seeing, well, are we going to see a Boots of Speed being transferred? No Boots of Speed being transferred. The Naga Sea Witch pretty much still on her own. So far, Demon Hunter still sitting at 2, Naga Sea Witch sitting at 1, getting a little bit of experience so far. Ancient of War is in position. We may be looking at more mana burns again, more damage being absorbed by that Naga Sea Witch, and that Naga Sea Witch has an impressive plus 18 damage already. Mantle of Intelligence, Claws of Attack plus 6, Claws of Attack plus 9, totaling up to, what, 18 damage, and that is very high damage indeed, especially coupled with, well, those cold arrows that slow down their unit. How is Reforged doing after the initial storm? Well, I'm playing with Reforged, or I'm playing with classic graphics, or watching with classic graphics, for if that is any indicator. Anyways, Demon Hunter trying to push its way back. Naga Sea Witch going to continue to, well, slide away once more, as the Death Knight now making its way over again. Crypt Fiend trying to make its, well, trying to do a little bit of pressure. Ancient of War, well, off to the side over here, going to eat up a little bit of trees here, and this is going to be a problem. Colorful doesn't want to lose this Ancient of War like this. It wants to have also keep its fortified armor. It would actually take significantly less damage from the Crypt Fiends and the Death Knight if it had fortified armor there, as it slowly replenishes its cell count. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter continuing to go after that Death Knight. More mana burn just constantly being removed slowly but surely as the units are making their way back. All right. Dryads, Archers, Naga Sea Witch, Demon Hunter, perhaps ready to go for a bit of an engagement. Dryads are in position again, perhaps to get some slow onto that Naga Sea Witch. So far, this has just been a battle back and forth. Druids of the Claw are out onto the field, will be useful for those rejuvenations, and I still don't see a Lich as of yet. Nope, Lich now getting trained, as Obsidian statues will be joining in on the fight as well. One Obsidian statue already there. Dryads with that slow poison, perhaps they're going to be able to pick off some of these units. Demon Hunter really wants to get to level 3. If it gets to level 3, well, level 2 mana burn is on the table, and that Demon Hunter will be effective or efficiently trading mana against his opponents while dealing damage at the same time. All right, low hit point or rejuvenation onto a Dryad instead of onto the bear. The mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now pretty much out of mana again, as the Demon Hunter, well, continuing going to use that cooldown effect as the Crypt Fiends are now burrowing themselves in the sand. Another mana burn coming across. Naga Sea Witch is in position, perhaps starting to mana burn the Obsidian statues, and or that Naga Sea Witch would be helpful as well, just to try to rack up some damage once more. What is that Demon Hunter doing? Demon Hunter running into the shop, and Colorful making perhaps a grave mistake, trying to get Dust of Appearance that much, and going to be forced to perhaps use a Scroll of Town Portal down to 14 hit points, and 4 hit points, and is able to somehow get away. Demon Hunter down to 3 hit points and is able to escape. Boots of Speed, or Boots of Escaping, I guess, living up to that name, able to stay alive. That was dangerously close. Talk about using every single hit point on a unit. Yeah, that Demon Hunter must have some sort of Death Wish as he comes back in. All right, there's that Death Wish. He dives back in once more. There's another rejuvenation, and we're going to see, yes, transformation into a Druid of the Claw. Demon Hunter once more down to, well, sub 300 hit points until a rejuvenation was cast on him. All right. Let's continue to look. There's a mana burn onto that obsidian statue. I've said it before. Mana burn onto obsidian statues does start to make a big difference. At the very least, it prevents a large amount of healing across the other units, and it causes, or it forces your opponent to have obsidian statues with no mana. If you know that you are going to be going for going for dryads, forcing your opponent to transform their low hit point obsidian statues into destroyers isn't necessarily a bad thing if you can still protect your druids of the claw. All right, Demon Hunter sitting at level 3. Naga Sea, which should be able to get to level 2 here in just a minute. Slippers of agility, and, well, next to those boots of speed. And somehow, I don't know how he's wearing 2 sets of slippers and boots, but it somehow still does work. Replenishment potion being left behind there. Demon Hunter, is it going to go ahead and use it in addition to, well, Druid of the Cloud taking a little bit of damage once more. Meanwhile, we are looking at an expansion coming in from 120. 120 going for the expansion. There is that Necropolis here. They are going to go into an engagement. Magnetar, Reaver, Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 2. Demon Hunter, I believe, will stay at level 3. Both clearing out this Magnetar Reaver will give a very useful item. Endurance Aura, faster attack speed and faster movement speed. Very, very useful in the battle, as we now see a Scroll of Town Portal being used in order to try and escape back, and there you go. All right, Rejuvenation perhaps will be cast onto that from that Druid of the Cloud. No, Moonwells instead. One Moonwell was lost. There's another Rejuvenation on that Druid or on that Demon Hunter, even though I believe a replenishment potion, well, was sold instead of being used. Druid of the Claw making its way back down. Meanwhile, this bottom right-hand side of the map, there goes that stun onto that Naga Sea Witch, Healthstone onto that Naga Sea Witch, Demon Hunter Mana Burn onto that Obsidian statue as well. And, well, you can see how effective all of a sudden the limited healing is going to be. Demon Hunter going straight after those units. That Obsidian statue going to pretty much be taken down. There, nope, does not get taken down. Going after some other units instead. Staff of Preservation. Obsidian statue was actually lost by the creeps, and a ghoul was lost finally there. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter and a level 3 on that Naga Sea Witch. Crazy items. Once more, we're like, where is that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter down across here. Well, perhaps going to try to go after some of those units. Orb of Venom, Slow Towers, Mana Burn once more. Death Coil, Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now trying to escape. Is it going to be able to get there? Perhaps should try and hang back, give Endurance Aura, and the Demon Hunter finally gets taken down after all that time. Colorful. Well, now in a very, very tough situation. I don't believe he thought that 120 was going to be going for an expansion. And, well, he did go for an expansion, now has the economic advantage while shutting down his opponent for a little bit, forcing him to spend additional gold to resurrect the Demon Hunter at the tavern before, well, rejoining. If Colorful does not win this next battle, well, or if he outright loses this next battle, he will flat out lose this game. If he doesn't win the next battle, or at least try to get back to even, he is going to have more ground to overcome, since he will be having less, less overall resources going into the bank. All right, we're taking a look. 58 supply compared to 61. 14 gold a second compared to 7, as Colorful is only running up on 1 base. Double Obsidian statues are all right there. More web. Web was being used by those units, by the creeps, as we're going to be looking into an engagement. Whisper trying to get into position, perhaps trying to detonate. Druid of the Claw get caught on the wrong side of the map, and Colorful loses another 4 supply unit so easily. All right, losing units in transit, not the way you want to be going, as Abominations are joining here, as the Lich now gets up to level 3. Lich, well, Death Coil saving up that Druid of the Claw. Lich onto a Mana Burn right there, but I believe a Frost Nova was used in time. Demon Hunter with an Orb of Venom trying to save some of those other units as well with a Staff of Preservation. There goes another Druid of the Claw, as the Abomination still in that front line, absorbing a large amount of damage. Fork Lightning finishing off those units there. All right, Illusion Surround onto a Bear. Bear pretty much going to be caught into a very tough spot. One Obsidian statue still providing plenty of hit points in that back line, as the Lich still doing so much damage. There goes another Naga Sea Witch, and I believe Colorful will be giving the GG here in just a moment. Colorful unable to stay ahead in that matchup. All right, I sent you a better one on Facebook, WFZ versus Hawk. All right, well, I guess I got one more game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.